So you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule. It's this concept that 80% of results come from 20% of the input. There are a lot of great videos explaining this in more detail. Two really interesting things about this concept. One, it works on any scale, and two, it's both a qualitative and quantitative measure. About it working on any scale, it works in a really powerful way that can help you make change and progress in any area of your life. So think about the least you would have to do, the minimum amount of effort you would have to put in to create some measurable improvement in any area of your life. Maybe you're thinking about how devoting an extra half hour per day to a hobby or your career could really set you on the path to improvement. Maybe you're thinking about how saving $20 per paycheck could really set you on the way to building up some real savings. It could be anything, but here's the catch we run into. Sometimes we decide it's worth the extra time, it's worth the extra sacrifice, and sometimes we decide it's not worth it. Sometimes we don't even put a number to it. It's not even worth quantifying it. It just seems like too tall an order to give any more of ourselves. Well, here's a little tip. However much time, money, or effort you feel like you need to put into something to create some kind of measurable improvement, you don't need to do that much. All you need to do is 20% of that value. Seriously, if you think an extra half hour a day would make a difference, just do 6 minutes. If you think an extra $20 would make a difference, just save $4. The 80-20 rule doesn't have to relate to 20% of your total time or effort. It can work in any division on any time scale. So if you're already working 40 hours a week, you don't need to increase that by 20% or 8 full hours. If you think to yourself, devoting an extra hour per weekend could, maybe help me improve in some area, then literally set a timer for 12 minutes and see what that can do for you. And when you hit 12 minutes, that's it, you're done. You've done enough. The 80-20 rule can work for you as a set of baby steps, really small increments. Small usually means achievable, and achievable usually means consistent. With consistency, you'll be able to make a lot of progress over time, and as time goes on, you'll be able to add more of those baby steps to keep compounding your results. So the second really interesting thing about this concept is the fact that it's both qualitative and quantitative in nature when it comes down to it. You don't need to spend 20% more time or more money, etc., on something to create an improvement. That's a quantitative approach. That's one way to use it, but it's not the only way. If you put in 20% more effort into something, just that little bit of extra attention and intention, you could see as much as 80% of an improvement in the results without spending any extra time or any extra money or any other resource. Just think about something in your life improving by a margin of 80% without actually spending any time or money to do that. It's easy to look at a concept like the 80-20 rule and say, yeah, that makes perfect sense in theory, but then not apply it, not really believe and internalize what it can do for you. You're not responsible to a concept. It's not all or nothing. Make it work for you in the way that it can work for you in your circumstances. No one's going to come knocking on your door telling you you're using the 80-20 rule in the wrong way. Progress is progress. Get after it.